about to phone a customer and explain to him why some vehicles require a deposit to do finance and some don't. So in real time, I'm going to have the conversation and hopefully you guys can learn something. I haven't spoken to him before, so it's almost a cold call, but my team has spoken to him. So I'm going to phone him and try and educate you why some cars do require a deposit and why some can be done without a deposit. Let's go for it. Sir, how are you doing?
Yeah, thanks, Bobby. Yeah, I'm here up in the DRC.
Nice to speak to you, sir. I'm gonna start off the conversation a little bit offside. So it's gonna be a small technicality, and I'm gonna explain to you why I go where I go, and then we'll take it from there, sir. So the vehicle that you initially inquired on requires a 50,000 Rand deposit. So I'm going to explain to you why. There are three factors when it comes to buying a vehicle and how the bank prices that vehicle. Number one is the equity. So how far or how low below retail are we? Now on the initial vehicle, we are slightly above retail. Okay, so that's the first factor. The second factor is obviously going to be historical data, risk on the customer. Have you had accounts before? How many you've had before? When was the last account? How was it handled? That's the second factor. Okay, and then the third factor will obviously be affordability. In your case, affordability is not a problem. You can afford the installment. Okay, now the car being a little bit older, and you don't have a lot of vehicles financed in the past. Am I right to say so, sir?
Yeah, not much, yeah.
So that's, as much as it's a good thing, it's also a risk because the bank can't really say, well, in the last 10 years, you've had 7 cars, you've paid them all well, you're a low risk. So you haven't had a lot of vehicles. So that's why on the first bucky, so they required 50,000 deposit. So the car was slightly over retail, and then it's a higher risk because it's an older car. Now, the banks also see you as a number, if I may say so. So will this number pay for the vehicle? And if he stops paying and we repossess this vehicle, will we be able to get our money back at an auction? And how quickly can we do that? The older vehicle is, the more risky it is because they won't get as much money on auction as a newer one. So unfortunately, that's where we are. Okay, having said that, what we then did is we then went from a 2019 MP200 and then we went and we applied on a 2023 MP200. Okay, so now we've solved for a couple of things. We are 100% in line with retail, and we also have a newer vehicle that if we don't pay for the car and they have to repossess it, they'll easily get their money back on auction. So the result is the following, sir. There's a 0 balloon, 0 deposit, 72-month contract on a 2023 MP200, and the installment is only 5,532 Rand.
Yeah, that's not a problem, yeah.
So that's how we overcame the 50,000 Rand deposit. And I hope I gave you my best to explain what's the difference between that vehicle and this vehicle and how we come out to 0 deposit.
And then I can understand. I was just thinking, okay, maybe, I don't know if you had another model, but yeah, that's perfect. If you come out like that, that's perfect. Yeah, it's going to help me.
Beautiful. Thank you.
The only problem is I'm stuck up in the DRC till about May, but how do you do with the contract with the signing and the vehicle?
We'll do everything electronically for you, sir. So what will happen now is the team will give you a shout in the next couple of minutes, and I'll explain to them that you are currently out of the country and everything will be sent to you on your phone. Don't worry, sir.
100%. No, great job. There is no problem. Appreciate it.
You are...
Good to see you for days talking to me.
Nice to see you and nice to meet you, sir.
I used to work for AutoZone and I used to come around there every now and then to come and have a look. The time when Midas was still on the floor and the Volkswagen and all that.
Awesome.
Years ago, yeah.
Awesome,
so
sir.
That was nice.
Thank you.
I appreciate everything you've done for me. I love it.
You're so welcome, sir. I really, really appreciate your time as well. Thank you for the support. You too. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I hope that the information given was of value to you as well. Like I asked in the beginning, if you find these types of conversations valuable and it adds to your life, please subscribe to the channel and do share it with your friends and family. Uncle Bobby, out.